We're going to try them Hotdogman style. Now you're probably thinking, what the heck is he doing putting these things in a casserole dish? Well, I'll show you. Bear with me. Now, one thing you got to have with hot dogs is onions. Here's a nice sweet Vidalia onion I'm going to chop up to serve with the doggies. Okay, so I've got that yummy Vidalia onion all diced up and minced up for putting in hot dogs. And here's the trick, is I'm going to take some and I'm sprinkling it in the casserole. I did it in a casserole because there's just so many dogs here. But I'm sprinkling it in there. Okay. And then we have Rolling Rock. From the glass line tanks of old Latrobe, yada, 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 yada. Hey, it ain't Guinness, it ain't Dom Perignon, but with hot dogs, it's just ducky. So, we're going to take this lovely beverage and we're going to bathe our hot dogs in the beer and onions. Okay, so they're going to soak up that nice beer flavor for a few hours until it's time to cook them. Good thing about cooking with beer is there's always a little bit left over from the hot dog man. Our nice organic hot dogs are soaking in the beer and onions. Okay? So we're just going to tuck that in the fridge for a little while and we'll be back to cook them up later. I'm going to use this pear in my hot dog topping, believe it or not. So I'm going to chop this bad Larry up. But chop up the pear with a little bit of, with some of the chopped onion, a little butter. I'll saute it, and that's going to make a delicious topping for the hot dogs. So there it is, in the pears in with the onions. Just kind of mix that up. Put that aside. Another thing people like to have on hot dogs besides onions and mustard is relish. Relish is nothing but chopped up pickles, which comes from these things, cucumbers. So I'm going to do something interesting with this. I've chopped the cucumber up into little pieces. I'm just going to put it in a bowl. Most of it in a bowl, some of it got on the counter, but a little bit of pepper. And what I'll do is I'm just going to add just the slightest little dash. Not a lot. Just a little splash, like not even a tablespoon of white vinegar. And a little bit of celery seed, not celery salt, a little bit of celery seed. Be careful, there's no shaker top on this, so I'll just put it in there. And I don't know, maybe half a teaspoon, and just kind of sprinkle that in there. Okay, and I'm going to toss that up. And this is using about a half a cucumber, so you double this if you wanted to do this at home. I do encourage you to try this at home because it's very good. Okay, especially when it mixes with all the other flavors that we're going to have going on in our hot dogs here. So that's all tossed in nicey nice. That's going to go aside. We'll put it in the fridge and we'll eat that a little later. It soaks things up. It's very good. It's like a fresh cucumber relish. Delicious stuff. Now for the secret ingredient. Well, not really a secret, but you got to have mustard on a hot dog. Now you can go to the store and you can buy any kind of mustard that you like. I happen to like this stuff. Coleman's of Norwich Original English Mustard. Double superfine mustard powder. What this is mustard powder. Just what it says. You mix it up with a little bit of water and you make a mustard. Caution. This is hot English mustard. It will really clear out the sinuses. So I've got a little trick to soften that up too. But all you do is you take yourself a spoonful of the mustard, Maybe we'll do 2. Okay. And then equal amounts of cold water. So you put the water in there and you just kind of stir it up. And if you put a little too much water, you add a little powder or vice versa. It's not rocket science. You just get it to the desired consistency that you like. And that's looking a little soupy. Rather than dunk my wet spoon back into the mustard powder and gum it all up, I'll just add another spoonful and we'll stir it on up. It's great in the wintertime if you have a cold. Whew, just try a spoonful of this stuff. Never mind Vicks Vapor Rub. This stuff will open those sinuses like you would not believe. It is killer hot. And it's not like it's a mustardy hot, not like a peppery hot. And then, if you want to soften it up a little bit, just take a couple of squirts. Oh, great, I'm probably out of this stuff, right? A couple of squirts of mayo will take a little of that edge off. Looks like I need more mayo. Just a little couple of dollops of mayonnaise. And that's going to take a little bit of the edge off, just, so you don't burn your eyeballs, you just singe them. So that'll stir up. It'll be a nice, creamy mustard. So you've heard of Dijonnaise, it's mayo and Dijon mustard. Well, this is Colemanese. It's Coleman's mustard and mayo. Now, what's a hot dog without a good bun? I like to grill my buns, okay? But your typical hot dog roll is kind of a yucky roll. I have these in I had these in my freezer, and being kind of a cheap SOB, we're going to use these for hot dog rolls tonight. So this is a nifty little trick you can try if you have. This is like a sub roll, okay? A little too much bread for your standard hot dog, but we can fix that. All I'm going to do here is I've done a couple already. Just cut it in half like this, and then give it a little split, and voila, we have a hot dog bun. I'll butter these up later, and we'll butter grill them. The other good thing about these Applegate dogs is not only are they organically grown and all that good stuff, but they're lower in. There's no nitrites. They are lower in fat by, like, holy cow, a lot. Each of these dogs only has 110 calories. Now your average hot dog's got about close to 3 times that, I think. And only 80 of those calories are from fat. But again, it's the good fat. It's the it's not the yicky, disgusting fat. So this is like eating a grass-fed steak, which is okay. Now I've been on this nutrition program where I'm eating better. I've lost 32 pounds or so. So I've been eating a lot of like lean steak. It's, not ribeyes with 8 ounces of fat on it. And it's good. It's good for you. So, a healthy hot dog. Gotta love it.